We've got race 7 coming up at Kyneton. It is a benchmark 62 over 1,100 metres. And Cafe Olay is our favourite here and Bet Boost runner for Chris Waller. You don't often see too many Chris Waller train runners at Kyneton. This horse does return from a spell and the current market is telling us she's the one to beat, $2.60. From Sugar Snaps, $2.90. Good support for this runner just in the last 10 minutes of betting. A New Zealand purchase for the Hayes brothers. A very intriguing runner, one of the more interesting runners of the day. Body of Venus, $5.50, and Regal Secret also $5.50. Both have been well supported in from $10, but there have been 34 cents of deductions. And Viperian, $16 rounds it out, owned by One and Love It. So good luck to Nick in the production team. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call that number on the screen or visit the website.
This mounting yard is brought to you by Carbone Lawyers. When things go wrong, get Carbone on the phone.
Righto, here's the former New Zealand mare by Purin Canto, Super Snaps, with a few gear changes as well to make its Australian debut, Sam.
Sugar Snaps, yep. It's had the one jump out here for the Hayes team. It was a good win. The win in New Zealand last time out at Rotorua was good as well. Went straight to the front there and it was just too strong late. What I liked about its New Zealand win was when it was pressured late and they went to it, it found again. It was quite tough. It was even tough when it was beaten first start as well. So third up, first go for the new yard, well drawn, Damien Lane.
Bald Eagle, he's on it as well.
Yeah,
trial show.
Bald Eagle, trial shows on board. So, you know, that's handy as well. Damien Lane gets an opportunity to punch forward and be in this for a very long way.
Body of Venus, first start now for Andrew Noblet.
Yeah, ex-Nathan Doyle, this, isn't it? And technically, I guess, the McAvoys for a run-up in Queensland. Not sure what the story there was. 2 jump-outs this time in. Both solid third placing. Looks ready to resume for the new yard and run well. Previous stable that's been able to win a couple of races in New South Wales. They may be a little bit softer than this, but we find out today just where it is. Looks some sort of a live chance in what is a winnable race. I think there's only a few chances.
Cafe Latte?
Cafe au lait? Cafe au lait?
Something like that, Sam.
Cafe au lait?
Yeah.
Out of the mare caffeine.
Caffeine, there you go. Cool. 3 career starts. Last prep, the maiden win at Seymour over 1,200 was solid. Closed off really nicely on that occasion from midfield. The 2 jump outs this time in have been quite solid jump outs. 3rd and 4th in solid trials, particularly for Waller runners who can be a bit soft on them sometimes. I get the feeling Jai McNeely's already ridden a winner today. He can camp just behind a good speed here and get every opportunity to be nice and strong late first up. I think this filly by Alabama Express is better than this grade.
Regal Secret is overdue.
It is overdue. Hasn't won for over a year. It's a Mornington win in Fillies and Mares 64 company, to be fair, which is probably good enough to be winning this. But the 3 runs this preparation have been probably below par. One at Pakenham was fair when finishing 4th, but last time out got back and didn't really finish off the race that strongly over the 1,000. So goes up in trip. Yes, he's fit, but he's going to be relying on that rise in trip to be helping get the job done.
Viperian.
Shout out to Nick Lovett, as Benny Caluzzi mentioned before, our producer for the day.
I think his wife Nancy's got a share in it as well.
Oh, Nancy Lovett. They both love it. Nice. Viperian, 3rd run of the preparation. 2 runs at Hanging Rock has been soundly beaten, but last time out sat up on speed. And if it does that again here, might get some advantage today at a big price. Fingers crossed, well, as if you are just tuning in, that is the place you want to be today. Up near the speed, if not on it. So might be able to give yourself a chance there.
You don't want to be circling the field on the circle. You've got no hope. Lychee green tea.
This is another leader who will be up there somewhere, you would think. Jet Stanley in the saddle gets here 3rd up off the back of a plainer run last time out at Pakenham. Now, the first up run actually was solid at Wangaratta, but do get the feeling this horse is just looking for something a little bit easier than this at this stage.
This horse has been off the scene for a while, only lightly raced actor.
Yep, been off the scene, as you say. It's had 5 career starts, just a 1 win, and that was on debut at Mornington. 2 preps beyond that have been disappointing. Hasn't lived up to it. They've been in better races than this, to be fair, but the 2 jump outs this time in have been both with merit. Off the back of them alone, you would think that it can show maybe some improvement, but geez, the 4 race starts since the maiden win have been very, very plain.
Magic Edition.
Another horse who can roll up on speed. There could be good speed in this race with the way the track's playing and a number of horses who can. Magic Edition is better once it gets over the 1,400 metres, but the first up record is sound enough. It's finished in the first couple on 2 occasions from the 4 starts, but you would think it's going to be looking for further.
Would it be a fair comment, Samuel, to say that Sugar Snaps, if it's got any ability, should be able to beat these if it's going to go forward, particularly during this time of the year?
Yes, my small concern was just the one jump out, but that said, it did last go around on the 27th of December, so it's got some residual fitness there as well. That is only, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. That was in New Zealand.
So where's it going to be in the run? They've gone 400 metres. Where's it going to be? Because...
Well, it has to be in the first couple. You're not going to be wanting to give that up. My concern too about it slightly is that it's a 1,200 metre race. It was 1,200 metres and beyond in the first 2 runs. 1,200 and change in New Zealand, comes back to the 1,100 here. Yes, it's a touch fresher, but does need to be handy, doesn't it? So. And
the favourite, where's it going to be?
Camped behind them, I would say, but it could be as bad as midfield with the amount of speed that's in this race. But I'd like to think if Jai McNeil can have Cafe au Lait in the pair behind, it's going to be very, very hard to beat. 3 pairs backs makes it a little bit tougher. Beyond that, Body and Venus and Regal Secret are both chances, but. Look, it is tricky because they have gone like cut cats the last few races, and there is a pattern there now, and they're really trying to take advantage of it.
I think it's the race of the day, and Cafe au Lait and Sugar Snaps could be 2 really nice horses. They are battling out favouritism. Right now, Cafe au Lait holds the call, $2.50 and favourite, and Bet Boost Runner. From Sugar Snaps, $2.90. We've got Regal Secret around that $5 mark. Body of Venus, $5.50, and Viperian has been a drifter, now out to $21. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call that number on the screen or visit the website.
We're going to have Andrew Noblet coming up shortly with Body of Venus. Has been to Dubbo, Cowra, the inside track there at Newcastle, Port Macquarie, Sunny Coast, and now with Andrew Noblet for Seymour Bloodstock. Sam? Yeah, if you could help me out a bit here.
No, I'm just going to let you. I was going to let you choke on that one yourself.
What a wonderful human being you are.
So what were you saying?
Body of Venus, how do you rate it?
Well, it's hard because you've got to look at the Cowra and the Port Macquarie wins in isolation, and they rate okay.
But it maps here beautifully, doesn't it?
Well, and again, Yendall riding well of late. He's ridden plenty of winners. He's got a confidence up, and we know that with Dean, when his confidence is up and he's riding well, he generally keeps that form.
Okay, Andrew Noblet's trackside now with Olivia.
Thanks, Terry. Yes, he's alongside me now. The first start in your stable for Body of Venus. But take us back. When did she exactly join your care?
She's been here probably about 4 months ago. So she came in and she joined us in down at Ballarat there, and she's settled in well, but she's a bit worked up today. So hopefully it doesn't take away from her performance.
I was going to say, put it kindly, she looks very excited to be back at the races. But is that something that happened just as she walked into the mounting yard, or have you been trying to keep her calm out the back as well?
She's been doing a lot of walking, so the Roxy the Strap has been earning her keep today. So no, she's just a bit sweaty when she got here, but she was like that at Geelong Trials as well. So look, with racing, I'm sure she'll settle down.
What has been your assessment of her thus far at home in your care?
Oh, look, she's been going okay. I was happy with the last trial, so if that's any to go by, hopefully she can take that into this.
And the gear changes, are we taking things off and then sort of reassessing what we put back on from this start?
Yeah, I just left the tongue tie on her. We haven't used a crossover with her, so we just left it all off and just went with that, and if we need to, we can put it back on.
And running in transit, where would you like her to be ideally?
Oh, look, she's drawn well, she begins well, so she's put herself there somewhere, small field, so she won't be too far back.
Is she good enough to challenge some of those who have caught the punter's eye in the market?
Look, the top horse is obviously a bit of a question mark there. He's, looks to come over from New Zealand, look nice in the mounting yard. So, look, I'm sure if she can run up to her trials and what we've seen at home, she'll acquit herself well. But she has worked herself up quite a bit in the mounting yard.
And going forward then, this prep with that in mind, is that something that perhaps if today's not the day, we can look at her in sort of different circumstances at, say, second up, third up?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure she'll be better as she gets going.
Best of luck. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
The 2 main horses in the race, but I don't think it's clear cut.
No, because there are horses who do have ability. You look at Regal Secret as well in a race like this. It's done enough at its best to suggest it's absolutely up to a race like this. It just maybe has been a little bit below in 3 runs this preparation. As you say, Body of Venus. Another thing for Body of Venus, hasn't been exposed to a good track too many times as well, and it gets that again today on a sort of improving surface, but still with a little bit of give. It's going to be very interesting. It's just what they choose to do in this first couple of furlongs, because the last few races have been very, very willing. We've seen race has really split open and horses go for home early, and it's left a lot of horses who are back and wide just with zero chance as well. So interesting to see what they want to do. I can't imagine Sugar Snaps with Damien Lane in the saddle is going to try something quite as aggressive as we've seen over the last few races as well. It's not really his style. So if it doesn't, what might roll forward and try and take advantage of that? Maybe it's a horse like Lychee Green Tea who can really punch forward. Magic Edition, they wouldn't want to give that a gut buster, you would think, knowing that it's going to improve off this and get out in trip to a more winnable trip as well. You see Glenn Ingram's horse To Follow. That's his tip into today's race. He's with Sugar Snaps. He was happy with the one trial that it had here. Thought it trialled nicely, so it goes on top for him. So always good to have the trial show tip into the race day as well for those who are keen to follow.
Okay, Rick, what did you make of these horses as they went down to the gate, also particularly from the yard, given that a couple of them are first up?
Yeah, well, the favourites were hard to fault. TB, Sugar Snaps and Cafe Alley, both 3.10 each of two. 4.40 Body of Venus. It's been an interesting move because she was a little uptight. And Regal Secret 6.50 to 4.80 certainly looked well. The four of them have singled out on the four outsiders. Lychee Green Tea passed a vet's exam at the start. And there's Cafe LA coming up towards the line. Typical Waller a little bit. They've left room to move on in the preparation by the look of it, but she still looks really good, the Alabama Express girl. Jai McNeil put on a clinic earlier on. He lets the boys put Cafe LA in riderless, and now Sugar Snaps has come in. Body of Venus Magic Edition. Go in unison, husband and wife. And Akita will be the last one here. Field of 8 will be ready to go in the penultimate. Akita being lit up now. Mr. Gathers on the platform. The light blinks on top of the starting stalls and the Prendergast earth moving. Race 7 from Bet365. Kyneton about to get underway. Tended in with Viperian. But they seem okay. No. Body of Venus has been restless in the starting stalls, and the vet's going to have a look at it. Here, Body of Venus. It's been one of a couple of really good goes in the race. Cafe LA 3.20 late. Sugar Snaps 3.50 goes the other way, and Body of Venus is into 3.90, but it's got to be vetted. Courtney from the scales. So, Body of Venus might be coming out, we're hearing. Body of Venus out at 4.31, Courtney. Thank you. 4.31 on Vet's advice. There's no Body of Venus number 3. It's a late scratching. Bookmakers, put a note in your computer. Betting announcement to come. There'll be huge deductions because it's been a really good go in the race. But they're racing without Body of Venus, the late scratching. Sugar Snaps away fast. Goes to the early lead from Regal Secret. Viperian into the box seat. Lychee Green Tea travelled 4th. Then Cafe LA, followed by Akita Magic Edition second last. And Body of Venus, the late scratching, leaves only the field of 7 as they travelled the back. Sugar Snaps on top. Regal Secret's a half away. 3rd, the inside Viperian, and 4th is Lychee Green Tea. Then Cafe LA, who's racing 5th and 3 back along the inside of Akita. And on its Pat Malone Magic Edition as last of all. They come down the side of the track here, and Sugar Snaps, 400 metres to go. He's trying to click it up lane, but Regal Secret won't go away. Litchi Green Tea given a dig outside of Viperian. Then Cafe LA, followed by Kyneton and Magic Edition. Sugar Snaps under siege from Regal Secret on the outside, who's got the bib in front. He's trying to get Sugar Snaps off the canvas. She's trying. It's Regal Secret. Sugar Snaps. Regal Secret just in front and just one from Sugar Snaps. Third's a photo as well. Litchi Green Tea or Cafe LA. Not sure from Viperian, Akita and Magic Edition. And Body of Venus was a late scratching at the start, taken out at 4:31. That was acting on vet's advice. Will constitute plenty of deductions, but Regal Secret before the deductions had landed some good bets, 650 into 460. Philip Stokes for Regal Bloodstock, who are having a good run of success at the moment. Daniel Stackhouse with another winner, the 4-year-old mare by Niconi. From Soho Secret has put her best foot forward today, and she's worn down Sugar Snaps. Damien Lane for Ben Will and J.D. Hayes, the mare by Perrin Canto. And 12 Litchi Green Tea. Kudos to the vet. Past her good to go on the filly by Microphone for Helen Burns and Jet Stanley, who put in a fair day today at the Bendigo jump outs. Made it here as well. Runs third and 4 gets fourth, and that is Cafe LA. So 6, 1, 12 and 4 are the interim numbers. Ahead by a length and a half. The time is 1:06.60, and Karen has got the job for the Stokes stable today, and here she is.
She's alongside me now. I had to run over to meet her. She's strapping, so I'll try and keep it brief, but congratulations to you and all the team. Another lovely performance, a third career win for this lovely mare.
Yeah, she's sort of been out of form towards the end of last prep and the start of this prep, but it's good to see her with a bit of luck today.
Did you feel like she was coming in and perhaps had been underestimated slightly when we had a few that had been well supported?
Yeah, well, there was a small field today and she was drawn well, and Stacky just had her in an awesome spot, more forward, and it certainly showed today.
Well done. I'll let you go and get her now.
Thank you.
We saw some gear changes in the last few starts. It looks like they've been playing around a little bit with what suits this 4-year-old mare best. And they certainly got it right here today under this beautiful Kyneton sunshine. Stacky has been on board for all 3 career wins now on this mare, and clearly knows the key to getting her to perform, and was able to just never keep Damien Lane outside of his sights there, and it turned into a little bit of a battle there in the straight. But with the third career win under the belt, hopefully she can keep that confidence rolling and put together a few more this preparation. Saki, well done. Were you always happy to keep Frosty just there next to you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I felt like I controlled the race in a nice tempo. I always had confidence in my horse the way it was travelling. I just didn't want him to sneak away in the corner. That's why I was sort of on top of him early. Just would have liked, like my horse kicks and holds it, would just like nice if it went with another gear. It just sort of seems to wait for the other horse. I was concerned that Frosty was going to come back and beat us. But, you know, she's been a frustrating horse for the connections, putting a few together last prep, and then she's just probably been a bit of a head scratcher this time around. So hopefully she's got that confidence to go forward now.
You've been on board for all 3 of her career wins. What would you say to the team is the key to her on race day?
Well, she just got a short, sharp sprint and then sort of held the gallop. I just noticed then that when we were going off the line, she let go of a big breath. So she might be holding on to her breath. That's why she's not really finishing off and going on with it. So I might say to the team that she might be looking for a tongue tie.
Sounds like with every start you're learning more about her, and sometimes we do see these mares taking a little while to work out.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like she'll look fantastic. Stable's done a great job, and hopefully she's got that one on the board now and she can go on with it.
Fingers crossed. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
Good day for Daniel. That's a winning double, and she proved just a little bit too good. Cafe LA, I'm tipping, would be the horse to follow out of the race on a track that's really hard to make ground from the back, and those leaders getting along at a reasonable tempo as well. And the New Zealand gallop is seemingly having every chance. We'll go to a break. We'll come back in a moment. We'll be having a chat with Jack Turnbull, John Sadler and Peter Moody.
The space in between us glows.